Hello and a warm welcome to Battle Karnataka. Just a few days left for Karnataka to go to polls on May 12th, and lot is at stake for one man, and that is the BJP state president and the presumptive chief ministerial candidate for BJP BS Yeddyurappa. I welcome him on Rajya Sabha TV. Mr. Yeddyurappa, my first question to you is that how hopeful are you for BJP to come back to power?
I will tell you one thing. We are going to contest all the 224 assembly constituencies. And what happened in Uttar Pradesh? Every survey, we are not going to reach even 125, we crossed to 325. Same thing will repeat in Karnataka. And I decided to take oath on 17th. I am requesting Prime Minister Modi ji to attend the swearing ceremony. I have got 100% confidence and we are going to get absolute majority.
But many people would say that Mr. Yeddyurappa is overconfident at this point of time when many surveys have said there is going to be a hung assembly.
No, not at all. Because from last 2 years, I am going around in the state. From last 40 years, I know the pulse of the people of Karnataka. Now 100% I am confident when I toured 224 assembly consensus recently. So, wherein I have selected good people, those who are going to win. So, Amit Shah's survey and my selection also 99% is equal. So that's why I got full confidence that we are going to win absolute majority.
But you've been on a journey for the last 1.5 years. You visited almost all the constituencies. What was the outcome of the Parivartana Yatra which you undertook?
See, that Parivartana Yatra, never in the history of Karnataka, such a huge public meetings everywhere. Even where we are in a sea place, where we are not going to win, that place is also more than 8 to 10,000 people used to gather late in the night, 9:30. So that is the response from all of the state. SC, ST, OBC, all community people are supporting us because of so many reasons. You know very well, I will tell you one thing. Modi ji's 4 years achievement and our government, 5 years when we were in the power, our government achievements. Number 3, failure of this Siddaramaiah government. This will be helpful to us to win the election, get absolute majority.
So, Mr. Yeddyurappa, you believe that there is a heavy anti-incumbency against in the Siddaramaiah government?
You see, madam, I will tell you one thing frankly. You make a note today. So, he is going to lose in Chamundeshwari in Mysore district. And he has wanted to contest Badami. There we have asked our Sri Ramulu as Valmiki leader is going to contest. He is going to lose miserably there. I think in the history of Karnataka, CM Siddaramaiah will be the last chief minister of Congress party.
How do you, what difference do you really see in the election of 2018 and the election of 2013, which was
I will tell you one thing, madam. At that time, there is no prime minister, there is no central government. We were alone, we used to fight. That's why you got 110 seats. Okay. Now you got such a big support from Modi ji. Amit Shah ji, almost all the chief ministers of other states of BJP, they are going round. And almost all the other community leaders also touring in the state. We have taken a very big challenge, this one. And Bharat, Congress Mukta Bharat, so Congress Mukta Karnataka is very important. And I am 100% confident they are going to lose miserably in Karnataka.
Why are there reports doing the round that even though you've put your heart and soul into the campaign, there is a doubt whether you would be the automatic choice for the Chief Minister?
Madam, I will tell you one thing. Repeatedly, Amit Shah ji telling and now Prime Minister Narendra Modi is telling. Another one, I will tell you one thing. Entire country, Amit Shah or Prime Minister never announced any name as Chief Minister candidate. Only in Karnataka, 2 years back only they announced Yeddyurappa will be the Chief Minister, and also when they announced President of the state party, at that time also they have announced. So there is no iota of doubt I am going to form the government.
Because many people say that you are the front of the party right now, but not obviously the choice for the Chief Minister.
No,
a lot of papers have written about it.
You must believe our Prime Minister and also Amit Shah ji. They never speak anything against me. And yesterday also Amit Shah ji cleared very clearly, there is no doubt that Yeddyurappa is going to become the Chief Minister of Karnataka, and we wholeheartedly we are all supporting.
One thing which we have seen has been very outstanding as far as your campaign is concerned, that you've spoken only about development wherever you have gone, that how to take development to the remotest pockets of Karnataka. But when you have leaders like Pratap Simha and Anand Kumar Hegde, who talk about, who bring in religious politics, who try to bring in Hindutva, how do you really counter their attacks then?
Already, Prime Minister warned Anand Kumar Hegde and others. They are taken in the parliament also, only they apologized for such type of things. Now he is quite okay, no problem.
But is he not trying to dent the campaign in some way or the other? Because whatever little you go up with the development, they try and bring it down.
I will tell you one thing, madam. Almost all the people of farmers, they want that loan waiver of National Bank also. And also cooperative loans also should be a little bit high for loan waiver. So we are thinking that, and we are going to finalize on 3rd. That will have automatically good effect in the entire state, particularly farmer community will support us, number one. Number two, for irrigation purpose, people are suffering like anything from last 5 years. And you know very well, Siddaramaiah promised that he is going to give 10,000 crore every year for the Almaty basin, that Krishna basin. For 50,000 crores, he has spent only 6,900 crores. They have cheated people like anything. They are very much upset. So that's why seriously we are thinking we are going to provide more than 1 lakh crore for irrigation purpose.
But so you spoke about the loan waiver. You're a very senior leader, a seasoned politician who's seen politics growing over the years. When a party like BJP talks about reforms, taking forward the economic process, how justifiable would be the process of loan waivers for the farmers?
There is two things, madam. More than 3,750 farmers suicide incident took place in Karnataka.
Right.
In Mysore itself, more than 100 people have suicide incident took place. Now the problem is from last 3-4 years there is no rains. Severe drought situation. That's why people are suffering like anything. We must come to the risk of farmers. That's why we've taken this decision.
But what are the other issues which you are raising against the Congress government? For example, law and orders is a big issue. Harassment of bureaucracy, this is also another issue. Is BJP going to highlight this in the campaign?
Yes, definitely. We are highlighting everything, every day, everywhere. Wherever our leaders is going, they are clearly giving the figures and everything. For your information, I will tell you one thing. From last 4-5 years, the corruption has to very much in almost all the field.
Right.
Because the government officials, harassment and for transfer, they must give 10 to 15, 20 lakhs. These things, officials also not happy. Number 3, I will tell you one thing. Mallikarjuna Kharge, senior leader, and Parameshwar, Congress president, and Siddaramaiah, they are not at all going together in a tour.
Right.
Because they are not at all happy about Siddaramaiah. And they opposed the contesting.
So you mean to say that there's a lot of factionalism within the party?
101%. They opposed contesting both the places in Chamundeshwari and also Badami.
But you say that there is no factionalism in BJP, right?
No, madam. We are together. You give me one example. Our MPs, MLAs, MLCs, and all leaders are together. We are working. There is no iota of difference of opinion in our party.
Mr. Yeddyurappa, you just raised the issue about corruption, that how corrupt the Siddaramaiah government is, and Prime Minister has also called a Seedha Rupaiya government, a 10% commission government. But the entire moral high ground which the BJP takes, it somewhere takes a back seat because the way you were ousted from power and, you know, the questions were raised about your being a very clean leader. So will BJP, how will the BJP take a moral high ground? Because Siddaramaiah says that Mr. Yeddyurappa is equally corrupt if Congress is being accused of corruption.
Madam, I want to tell you one thing. Because a desperate speaking all nonsense. Anyhow, he is going to lose. He will be in the government for another 10-12 days. Let us not bother about his statements. I will tell you one thing about corruption we are going to take very seriously. I have decided to have very good SP and DC in each district, so they will control, and no MLA should interfere in their work, so that we can control this corruption and other things.
But sir, when you talk about corruption, politics is all about perception, and we've seen that Janardhan Reddy is also campaigning for the BJP, even though he's not contesting. So is BJP not worried if a person like Janardhan Reddy is campaigning for the party?
Not at all, madam, because in Bellary and other 2-3 districts, we have got very good support. And if he is going to support we are not going to lose anything. Every seat is important for us.
Okay.
And we are given seat, and I will tell you one thing today, because of Janardhan Reddy and other support and Sri Ramulu, we are going to win almost all the seat in Bellary district.
Okay. But what about the fact that your son was denied a ticket, and what actually went wrong?
No.
Because you were expecting that your son will get a
very
ticket.
well, center, our leadership has taken a decision. This election, father and son should not contest. That is their decision. For that, Vijayendra also agreed.
Okay.
And he is touring Shamrajanagar and Mysore district from last 20 days. So there is no problem at all.
So is that BJP's message to tell the people that the party does not encourage dynasty politics?
That is the main reason that we have not given a ticket to the Vijayendra. I myself told Vijayendra, you have got very good future, he is still a young boy. So that you work hard and the future will be there.
Few days before, when this entire report about your son being denied the ticket came out, they said that the central leadership apparently did not like the way you had unilaterally decided a few things on your son's front.
You
so
see, madam,
true?
I myself told Vijayendra on that day that this time you are not going to give ticket to you, and you work hard in the Chamrajanagar and Mysore district. For that, he is accepted. From that day, he is touring in the both the district, and you inquire anybody, the response is getting in Mysore and Chamrajanagar district.
But sir, the way the central leadership has taken charge of the entire organizational structure in the state, how much of freedom are you getting? Are you able to have your say in the party with the
101%.
the
I will
candidates?
give one classic example. For example, I toured the entire state, I surveyed, and I make the list for future candidates. You believe it or not, 98%, whichever names I have suggested, for that Amit Shah ji agreed, because his survey and my suggestion is almost equal.
Okay. Why are many people saying that this election is not Siddaramaiah versus Yeddyurappa, but it is Siddaramaiah versus Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
In what way you speak loose talk? How can you compare Prime Minister? His entire country is appreciating his way of work and other things. He's a very small leader. How can you compare this Siddaramaiah and Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
Absolutely not. I mean, though the two are on a completely different plane, but the way the projections are being made, like for example, Siddaramaiah says that this election is about communalism versus secularism. Do you also feel
He
so?
himself is a communal leader, madam. He has created problem in Virasheva Lingayat community. You know very well. So now they are not speaking even a word again about Virasheva Lingayat, because they are boomeranging again.
Right.
So that's why he is creating all communal violence and other things. You know very well, in Karnataka, more than 22 young youth, our Hindu, they have been murdered, and they have not all taken any action. Even Mysore also, one Mr. Raju has brutally murdered, and he has not visited his house. People are very much angry about Siddaramaiah's attitude.
But sir, everybody knows that you are the most powerful Lingayat leader of Karnataka, and after Siddaramaiah accorded the minority religion status to Lingayat, what do you think was the entire motive behind doing it?
You know very well, our All India President, Shamnur Yeddyurappa, is the Virasheva Lingayat president. Whatever decision he is going to take, that is final. That's what I told from the last 3 months. And also, the Siddhanga Swamiji is 110 years old. He is also Lingayat and Virasheva as one. So that stand Shamnur Yeddyurappa had taken. For that we are supporting.
But honestly tell us, sir, are you worried that the Lingayat community would get divided because of this?
No, not at all. Not even 5%.
Okay. So you don't think that this issue is going to impact the polls at all?
Not at all. When I am touring in the entire state and 224 assembly constituencies, not even a single place they have raised this question.
Okay. But many people said that, you know, like Veerashaivites and the Lingayats, they are going through an existential crisis, whether they should call themselves Hindu, whether they should call themselves Lingayat or Veerashaivites.
I don't want to discuss all these things now, madam. I will tell you one thing. Veerashaiva Lingayat are one. They are supporting Yeddyurappa. Siddaramaiah only worry was to divide Lingayat and Veerashaiva, just to avoid Yeddyurappa should not become the Chief Minister of Karnataka.
Okay.
For that, this is boomeranging, and that question nobody is raising now.
Sir, as far as the Hyderabad Karnataka region is concerned, 371J, under which the special status was accorded to that region, that Congress is saying is going to be a game changer for that region. How hopeful are you of BJP making gains in that region?
371J, we are all tried our level best and we have cleared that. And now, even though that 371J, more than 50,000 vacancies are there, not even 9 to 10,000 people has been filled up. So now, after I become the Chief Minister of Karnataka, I will take care of the Hyderabad Karnataka. I will tell you one thing, that Almaty, that Anekattu, that 519 meter is there. 524 they already given permission 5 years back. Even then, they have not taken any decision. Now, shifting of villages, giving more sufficient funds to the area. And I am confident that we are going to raise that Almaty Anekattu 19 to 524 meters. They will get sufficient water in remaining area.
But so what about the Mahadai River, the controversy over that? Is it going to impact BJP
You know
in
very
any
well,
way?
Mahadai issue is raised by Congress only. That is the Mahadai issue, you know very well, when Sonia Gandhi went to Goa at the election time, she announced that we are not going to give a drop of water in Mahadai to Karnataka.
Right.
But wherein I was the Deputy CM, I have given 100 crores and started work. Afterwards, because they could not solve this problem amicably, then the Goa, at that time, Congress government went to Supreme Court through, when Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. So, Supreme Court has taken a decision forming the tribunal. Now, this issue is because of the Congress party. Now, after 6 months in our government, we are trying to solve the problem.
We're in the last leg of the interview. In 2016, in one of the interviews, you said that you learned from your past mistakes and now you're a changed man. So what did you actually mean by that? Do you regret that you had formed a separate party way back in...
101%. Even then, the Modi ji and Amit Shah ji pardoned me and given me this such a big responsibility as a president of the party. And now, entire people are with us, forgetting all the differences. Now, and we are going to get absolute majority. And this is a old thing I need not to discuss now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Yeddyurappa, for coming on the program. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
And wish you all the best. So that's it on this episode of Battle Karnataka. See you next time with another personality. Goodbye and thanks for watching.